Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my updated brow routine. I've been doing this routine for a while now and I really wanted to show you guys how I achieve the brows that I've been doing because I've been getting some questions, and usually at the beginning of every tutorial I already have my brows done, so I figured now I could refer you guys to this video and you guys can understand how I truly do my brows. I've been doing my brows like this for a while. I used to use the Dip Brow Pomade and I just love this Milani one so much better because it just blends out and it lasts me so long, and it's also cheaper, of course. So if you guys want to see how I achieve these brows, then please keep watching. So if you want to see my brows go from this, which aren't that bad in my opinion, to this, which are a lot better in my opinion, then please keep watching. So the first thing we're going to do is spoolie out our brows, and this is the first thing that you're going to need. And I like using this just so I can see the actual shape that I'm going to get, and I like to see where my brow hairs are actually growing and how they are forming. So I just spoolie them out, and then I'm going to take a small angled brush, and this is from, I don't know exactly the brand, but I got it in my Ipsy bag. And then you're going to need some kind of brow product. This is kind of like a brow gel, and you are going to use that with that brush, and this is from Milani. And I'm just going to basically sculpt out my brows. So how I'm doing this is I'm basically lining underneath of my brows. It's exactly how it looks and it's exactly how it sounds. So I'm just taking a small tiny amount of that product and I'm just going to line my whole entire brow with this. I feel like this just really defines the brows, and it basically transforms your brows, which sounds kind of crazy because you don't want your brows to look like they're totally transformed, but at the same time you still want them to look like that's your natural shape. So I'm just underlining the bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the top, and I'm just doing it very, very lightly and not pressing hard so I don't get too much product on it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is fill them in with some powder. So the powder that I've been using and I've been loving is by Smashbox Cosmetics, and this is in the color Taupe, and I believe this is actually the only one that they have like as far as powder. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to use a darker shade in it, and I'm just going to fill in the back part of my brow, and I'm just going to be focusing the darker part of the back part of my brow with the darkest shade, and I'm not going to bring this any farther into the inner part. So for the inner part, I'm just going to kind of spoolie it out and bring some of that product forward, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of like brushing it backwards and then bringing it a little bit forward, and as you guys can see, it's kind of coloring it in. And the main purpose of this is because you don't want the front part of your brow to look really harsh, because then it will start to look like you have angry brows. So I'm just taking a small tiny bit of the light color that was in that Smashbox powder, and I'm blending it to the front part of the brow. After you're done with that, you want to go ahead and take a concealer, and I feel like this is the most important part because it just defines the look so much more. And then I'm going to be taking this brush. This is a 212 brush from MAC Cosmetics, and as you guys can see, it's super thin, so it gets right underneath the brows with the concealer, and I'm going to get underneath the brows and do the top as well. And I just feel like this cleans up the brows so much. Even if you have brow hairs that you haven't waxed or plucked yet, this will totally conceal them, and it just makes it look so much better. And then after that, I'm going to be taking a SLMISSGLAM concealer brush, and I'm kind of smoothing that out, making sure that all the concealer is pretty much gone, but I'm not going any farther down or up with this. I'm just kind of like cleaning it up, making it go away and making it more precise. And I like using a concealer brush because it just makes it so much better than it being fat. If it's too fat, it's not going to blend it out right. That's why I like to take an even thinner concealer brush. That way it really cleans it up really nicely. So after that, then you want to go ahead and take a brow gel, some kind of brow gel. My favorite is the NYX Control Freak. I also like the Anastasia one, but if you want a cheaper alternative, you can use this one. And this is just to help the brow stay in place, and the brows won't move, and it'll stay exactly like this all day long. And that is pretty much it for this tutorial. If you guys liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I like to cha-cha in a Latin bar, yeah, with a Dominican that resembles hyena. Yeah. I like to cha-cha